Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. It is the weekly review. Sunday it is. And after beating Chelsea, we are going to be looking at the transfer news and most of those big stories that have been making rounds throughout the week for us. Now, so make sure if you missed anything in the week, this is your show. Yeah. I know at times you guys are busy. At times you guys don't have time to look at these stories during the week. You're working, you're doing other things. You're not like me because literally I'm unemployed. Welcome back, guys. Smash the like button. 200 likes is what I want. And I mean, you guys have made it easy for me. Whenever you come on 200 likes, so easy. So please do smash the like button. It really means a lot. But before we go into the content, there is a win. Yeah, there is a win. If you want to win $100, it's as simple as subscribing to the channel. You turn off your notification button. You like the streams, as simple as that. And then you always, please do, always comment that I can get note of your name. Just that. I don't need any money. I don't need anything. Watch the content. You comment. I can, so that I can know your name. I'll pick one person when we reach 20K, which we are only 3K, actually 2.7K, I think, away. So please do subscribe to the channel and make sure you comment so that I can know your name. $100 will be given away at the 20K subscribers mark. Real thing. I mean, we are growing so fast. Big up Terry, big up Binu, big up other people in the chat already. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I mean, there are a couple of stories. I want to start with Eric Garcia. I'm going to be discussing much about him. One of those players that have been really linked with us now. He's a young defender playing with Manchester City. His contract will be running down by the summer. Manchester City are saying they're not going to let Eric Garcia go in January. If he's going on he's going to leave the club, it's going to be on a free transfer. So we're going to be talking about that. But throughout the week, we have been linked with players like the Felipe Coutinho story resurfacing, Julian Brandt coming on board, us showing interest in there, how some stories and news fading out. Vinicius Jr. was also linked with us now, Isco, Buendia, Marshall Sabitzer, and a couple of other stories. So what you have to do, stick to the podcast by subscribing. Let me get a like on the video and let me serve the content, because it is time. But I'm going to start with two disappointing transfer stories that we have had in the week. The first one is the fact that Florian Balogun, could actually leave Arsenal for Liverpool in the January transfer window. Now, look, we have already said that if we want to keep Balogun, it's time to give him a chance. It's time to give him a platform. It's time to show him that, Balogun, you're with us and, you're part of this project. Because when a player feels like they are not part of the project, when a player feels like they are not, welcome at the team anymore, they're going to opt to leave. Yeah. So Florian Balogun, we have been struggling to keep him at Arsenal ever since last summer. The news of Florian Balogun leaving the club have been around this football club ever since last summer. We've been trying to keep Balogun. And my question is, what is going so wrong? What is going so late? What is making it so difficult for Balogun not to get, not to pen down a new contract at Arsenal? And the answer is, we have failed to trust Balogun. We have failed to show him that he's part of this project. Yesterday, for example, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, and Bukayo Saka drove the team to success. Yeah. They, three teenagers drove the team to success past Chelsea. Yeah. A squad that, is around 500 million or 400 million worth. Yeah. So for us, what we decided is that Balogun doesn't deserve to come closer, not even close to the squad. So reports are still flowing in that this guy is going to be leaving in January. That is if we are going to get some money, but in the summer, it's going to be a free transfer. And I'm asking myself, what does Balogun need to do to get a contract at Arsenal? Yeah. Pick up everybody in the chat. I'm still asking myself, what does Florin Balogun need to do, to get into Arsenal? What does Florin Balogun need to do at least to sit on the bench? It has taken Emile Smith Rowe ages and ages, yet he was the right player we needed to play to get into this squad. Now, Balogun is going to leave. This is crazy. A club that has been, that has suffered with a mistake of letting Serge Gnabry out of the squad, out of our club. He goes to Bayern and becomes a success story. There is no way you're going to tell me that we are going to let Balogun go. Yeah? No way. It looks like we're not learning from our poor recruitment mistakes. Day in, day out, transfer window out. Yeah. Every transfer window, there is a mistake. Last transfer window, we let Emi Martinez go. This transfer window is going to be Balogun. Yeah. Because it looks like there is no progress. Yeah. There's no progress between the two parties, Balogun and Arsenal. So, what is on table right now is that if Arsenal do not convince him to stay, he's going to leave. And one of the clubs interested is Liverpool. Now, look at it. You go to Chelsea and get Willian, and they do not want him. Yeah. But then a club like Liverpool come to you and they want Balogun. Yeah. These are title contenders. These are league holders. When they come for a player like Balogun, he's a good player. They're just trying to show you that you have gold, you have diamond. Please use it up. Look, I'm not going to be surprised if Arsenal just wake up one day and they let Balogun go. I won't be surprised because we have done this couple of these mistakes all the time. Yeah, we have always let the best talent go. Balogun is going to go. Edin Ketia is going to stay. For me, it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense. I know there's so many people in this chat, on this channel, that that love Edin Ketia and believe Ketia is better than Balogun, but I don't think like that. And I think you either let Edin Ketia go, if you cannot accommodate both of them, let Edin Ketia go and stay with Balogun. I think he's the better player. We have seen enough of Edin Ketia. It's time to see Balogun. Yeah? Let him have some time on the bench. Let him give him some game time. Probably he has something to add, just like Martinelli, just like Smith Rowe, just like Bukayo Saka. Yeah, right. And ever since Mikel Arteta came to this club, how many young lads has given an opportunity? Saka was given an opportunity by Unai Emery as well as Gabriel Martinelli. So it's only one player, Emile Smith Rowe, who has only given he has only given one game like this in the Premier League, and he proved him wrong. He told him, I'm gonna put in a good performance so that you are all wrong all the time. So Balogun to Liverpool. Jesus Christ, I just can't believe it. Look, I just can't believe it. Balogun to Liverpool. How the hell do I even wake up and Balogun is putting on shirt number 19, 20, or 25 at Liverpool? It's just going to become a weapon of mass destruction, and Arsenal never care. They never care. I still remember it was around 2013. 7 years ago, when we signed Mesut Ozil, we wanted Romelu Lukaku from Chelsea. He was still a young lad then. Still remember, yeah. But Chelsea decided to loan him out to, was it West Brom or Everton? I think it was then. I think then it was West Brom. West Brom, yeah. So that shows you don't give a weapon to your rival. But because Arsenal is no longer in that rivalry, it looks like we can give Balogun to Liverpool. That is crazy. Look, that is crazy. I don't want to talk about it anymore, but it is clearly crazy. Clearly crazy. Now, the other story of a player leaving Arsenal in January linked to a move away, because it's not yet confirmed as well, is Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Linked to a move away from the Emirates Stadium. And you know where he's going? To Atletico Madrid. Big up us, though. Big up, man. Big up, my football club. Always at heart. Look, Ainsley had a very good game against Everton. Against Chelsea, we dropped him. Yeah. He's one of the best right backs we have at the club. He can play in the midfield. Yeah, that is how versatile he is. That means that if you don't play him in the wings, in the fullback positions, you can play him as part of the midfield. Mikel Arteta decides to drop him every game. Now Atletico Madrid have spotted him and they're like, we are here for you. Do you think, in your right mind, as Ainsley, do you think you can refuse Atletico Madrid? You can. One, the club you're at is struggling in 15th. Yeah. They're struggling to win a game. They're probably going to be out of any European competition by February. That is latest, next year. They don't have hopes of qualifying for any European competition in the next season. And their squad quality is not going to improve all of a sudden, by 2 windows. So it's going to take around 4 years. Atletico Madrid are very attractive. They're going to promise you probably a second finish or a first finish this season in the La Liga. That means you're playing in the Champions League. How can you refuse Atletico Madrid? And the report I read from football.london actually stated very clearly that Ainsley is interested in leaving Arsenal for Atletico Madrid. He wants to go. Do I blame him? No. Yeah? You don't blame Ainsley for wanting to leave Arsenal. There's no way you can blame Ainsley Maitland-Niles for wanting to leave Arsenal at this moment. There is no way. Because Arsenal has proven to him that you're worthless. However good you are not among our priority. You're not among my priority. Yeah? The manager is not, because Hector Bellerin, okay, let us agree on this. Hector Bellerin, like you people said in the morning, he had a good game. Yeah? Let us say he had a good game, a very, very fantastic game yesterday. Let's agree. I do agree. He had a fantastic game. Fascinating. Did he merit a start in the first place? My answer is no. Yeah? He didn't merit a start. He didn't merit a start. Why? Because in the last game, Ainsley had put in a very nice performance against Everton. You expect him to start again. But a player has a very good performance against Everton, against Manchester City, he's dropped for Cedric, and the next game in the Premier League, he's dropped for Bellerin. What are they gonna think? You come off the pitch, everybody's praising you. Ainsley, you had a good game. Ainsley is man of the match contender. Yeah? And then the manager drops you. How do you feel? So, whenever, it's like we're trying to push away our best talent. Slowly by slowly. We're trying to push them away. Yeah? I don't know what kind of squad Mikel Arteta wants. I don't know whether he wants to see 11 players on the pitch that he wants, but you've got to keep some of the good players like Ainsley, a very good squad player. Very good squad player. But if you're going to make him a squad player, you need to give him some game time. Yeah? You need to give him some game time. And you need to, he needs to see that he's part of the team, part of the process, part of the project, that you trust him. Unfortunately, at Arsenal, that is not what is happening. Sorry, it's not what is happening. So if Ainsley leaves for Atletico Madrid, we shall have 2 right backs, Cedric and Bellerin. Don't get carried away. Bellerin's performance yesterday, I don't think it's going to be consistent. I don't think he's going to keep it up. Unless if we keep him as captain for the rest of the season, or for the rest of the time he has been at Arsenal. Yeah. So those are the 2 stories that I wanted to talk about first. In regards to transfers that would actually go away from Arsenal. You can tell me wherever you think. And then Squadron Mustafi, of course, to Barcelona. It has been trending this week, but Barcelona said, no. We don't want Squadron Mustafi. Of course, I believed, somehow I was fooled to believe that Barcelona would want Squadron Mustafi. But then I thought about it again and I was like, look, why would Barcelona go in for Squadron Mustafi? Why? Yeah. But they're saying they're not going to do that deal. So it's going to be in January when he decides where he'll go. And probably in June, he will leave because he's not going to renew his contract. That has also been confirmed as well. Then the last story about players leaving is Mesut Ozil, who apparently, through reports, rumors, agreed a deal with the Fenerbahce president And Football London, when they were writing this story, they said the last words of their conversation were, "See you in June." Look, like they wanted to make it a done deal, but I think Ozil is not going to be playing for Mikel Arteta. We have already seen that. Even if he comes back, I don't think he's going to be trusted. I don't think he's going to trust him. So we shouldn't force Ozil to come back, but we also shouldn't force Mikel Arteta into playing Mesut Ozil because he doesn't want to play him. It's very clear. So when Ozil decides to go back to Turkey to play in Fenerbahce, I'll only say, good luck, my man. Good luck, pick up. I'm really sorry for whatever has happened to you at Arsenal. I mean, he doesn't deserve it. But anyway, things always go wrong, and probably we shall have time to make it right up there. So let us look at the players that are coming in. Yeah, the title is Deal Close, Eric Garcia to Arsenal. Now, this story, that title is not to clickbait. Actually, I read that story as I come on my stream, and I'm like, do I use it as a headline, Kosi? Should you use it as a headline, or should I keep it for tomorrow? But then I was like, okay, let me use it because it comes on Sunday. There are reports that Barcelona and Arsenal have been fighting for the signature of Eric Garcia, but Arsenal have held talks with the agent of Eric Garcia. There are reports that we have held talks with the agent of Eric Garcia, and we might actually sign him up on a free transfer come June. And Manchester City have already said, Barcelona and Arsenal, you're interested, we know, but we are not selling in January. If you want to take him, it's going to be at the end of the summer. The player's contract is in swindling set. Yeah, and if you look at Arsenal, we are going to lose Squadron Mustafi, David Luiz, and Socrates Papastopoulos. Probably Callum Chambers could also leave in the summer, so we might lose almost 4 defenders. It looks like William Saliba is not the next in line, although I've not talked about him right now in this video. But it looks like he's not the next player to play for Arsenal. Yeah, according to Mikel Arteta's standards. He's not one of those players that are ready to play for him. So he has worked with Eric Garcia. He wants to bring in Eric Garcia at the club. All of us understand that he wants to build his own squad. He wants to bring in his own players. If he brings Eric Garcia, it won't be something new. It won't be something, because I think there is that kind of player. He wants players that can build attacks from the back line. He wants that kind of player that can, hold the ball, pass the ball, that kind of defender that's just like a midfielder, because that is what he's trying to do. Build attacks from, the defense, try to, build play from the defense. And Eric Garcia has that touch. So can he play with Gabriel? Yeah, it's quite debatable. It's what you think about him. I don't rate him so much as a player. I'll play with William Saliba in front of him, or instead of him. But since Mikel Arteta is the manager and he wants him, so probably we could see Eric Garcia. Actually, I consider this story after thinking about the players we might lose in terms of the defense, because we could actually lose almost 4 defenders. Chambers, who could actually leave. Mustafi is going to leave on a free. Socrates will leave on a free. And man like David Luiz, contract is also running down. Unless Kia Durapchin comes up with any kind of magic, I think David Luiz is going to leave as well in the summer. So it only makes sense when Arsenal is going for Eric Garcia. The good thing is not a Dayot Upamecano, so probably can come to Arsenal on a free deal. Yeah. Transfers, man. These kind of transfers, this transfer news. Anyway, let's still roll up. The other story is Filippo Coutinho. He came back in the news. And, I didn't take this story seriously. Arsenal are considering to go back to Barcelona and knock on the door for a loan deal for the man himself, Filippo Coutinho. He's a baller. Yeah, you know that. He's a baller. One of those players that were actually linked with Arsenal in the summer so heavily, but we never got a chance to sign him up. Yeah. Probably if we had signed him up, it should have been an interesting one, right? Yeah, it should have been an interesting one because he answers, for me, he answers all the questions Arsenal is asking right now. Goal scoring midfielder, a person who can score goals from the midfield, a person who can create chances, a person who can drive that ball forward, a person who can release the wingers, a person who can release Aubameyang. That is Philippe Coutinho. I do agree. Yeah, that is Philippe Coutinho. But is Barcelona going to let him go right now? I don't think they are in a mess. Yeah, they're in a big mess. I don't think they're going to let him go that easily. I don't think Barcelona is going to wake up one day and they're telling us that, have Philippe Coutinho. Basically being a loan deal, I don't think it's doable in January. If we wanted him and we were serious, we should have done it in the summer. But whether Philippe Coutinho deal is a little bit tricky because Kia Jarabchin is very close to Arsenal. He has brought in players like David Luiz and Willian. So probably if he sees that there is not much love for Philippe Coutinho at Barcelona, he would consider, persuading him and persuading Barcelona into selling him to Arsenal. But if we are going to buy him from Barcelona, it's going to be a very expensive deal. So it could be a loan deal. That story is also there, which I'll try to monitor. I'll try to monitor and see what the hell comes out of it. Now, the other story, or the other update we had through the week was Houssem Aouar. AFC Bell had confirmed before that Arsenal were in talks with the Houssem Aouar camp to see that the player actually signs for the club this January transfer window, with Mikel Arteta insisting that he is the kind of player that he would want in the January transfer window. However, reports have confirmed that Houssem Aouar's deal in January will not be doable. We shall be looking at it in the summer. Right now, it's not doable. And I told you, first and foremost, Houssem Aouar looks like he's in a title race in the French League A. Yeah, he's in title race in the French League A. So he thinks, why would I go to Arsenal right now? They might be able to offer me more money than Lyon. They might be able to offer me a better deal. But right now, my future is clear. If Lyon finish as second, third, or even title winners in France, probably Houssem Aouar is going to move to PSG. Or if it's going to be a club like Barcelona or Real Madrid that tables a big, a better deal for him. So again, it's another deal I don't see us doing in January. I don't see us do that deal in January. It's a good deal, by the way. Yeah, it's a very good deal. It's a very, very good deal. I could see Arsenal go for Houssem Aouar in January. We will try, like Fabrizio Romano said. It's gonna be a very hard, a very hard deal to do in January, but Arsenal will try. Yeah, I understand. If we go out there, try, fight, to get Houssem Aouar, I will understand. And if we do not get him, still, I will understand. So that is Houssem Aouar for you. Pretty much is not going to be moving. The player has already said it himself that I don't see myself moving in January. I want to concentrate at Lyon, and probably we shall see that in the summer there. Moving on, another player that has dominated our transfer talk this week has been Isco. Man like Isco, yeah, 28 years of age. Real Madrid have realized that we are desperate and not so many players would want to sign for us. The positive thing about Isco, he has told Real Madrid that please let me go. I don't think I have any other business to finish with the Galacticos. I want to go. Let me go. The Santiago Bernabeu is no longer a home for me. So I do understand that. And of course, that has been confirmed already, everywhere, that he has told them he wants to leave. My only concern is Madrid are saying they're not doing a loan deal. They want 25 million cash down for the player. No loan deals, nothing like swap deals or something, anything like that. You either bring money or you don't have the player. Again, that's not my concern. The concern is Arsenal willing to pay 25 million pounds in January transfer window? That is one. Yeah, I know many people are going to tell me in the chat, Kosi, it's going to be a big transfer window. Yeah, I understand. That is what Arsenal fans feel. That's what I feel. I mean, that is what I want. I want a big transfer window for Arsenal. I want it to be a massive transfer window where we sign in 4 midfielders, 5 midfielders, 5 players. Yeah, a right back, 3 midfielders, and a forward. That would be a hell of a cracker of a window, right? But it's not going to happen, and you guys know that. So Real Madrid threatening that they will not give us Isco if we do not actually give them 25 million is a little bit scary for me, because it's one of those players that I've been considering with Buendia. You get Isco and Buendia, it's a hell of a window. Yeah, you get it back to winning ways. There is no way you adding such quality and you're staying in the same place. Either one of them will work. Either Isco flops and Buendia works, or Buendia flops and Isco works. I don't see them becoming like Timo Werner, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz as Chelsea, who have not actually picked up yet. They are really flopping for the moment. So Isco, I'll try to monitor that situation as well to see where things go in. The other interesting story I did, and this player is not linked with us though, but rather Tottenham, but he could be available in the January transfer window, is Marcel Sabitzer. Sabitzer is a wonder player, a very, very talented player. Plays with RB Leipzig. Is he their captain? Yeah. When they were knocking out Manchester United, he had a very crucial role, especially the first goal. That pass is still in my head. Yeah. That square pass is still in my head. I think he is what we need. I mean, when I was doing my video about Sabitzer, I told you, I think he's what Arsenal need. He's just the right definition of what Arsenal really need in the January transfer window. But could we get him? It's tricky. His contract though is not a problem, because I think he has until 2022. Yeah, they have signed Dominic Szoboszlai. He could replace him, so they'll be thinking about selling. Yeah, because they are paid 25 million quids for Dominic Szoboszlai, so they'll be thinking about selling probably. That's what I think. I don't know what you guys think, but that's what I think. They are paid 25 million pounds. If they can fit in Dominic Szoboszlai, they can they can let go of Marcel Sabitzer. But is he the Mikel Arteta kind of player? He can play like a Kevin De Bruyne, kinda. He's very good behind the strikers. He's very good on both flanks. That is one of the advantages he has as a player. But I don't see Arsenal going for him. His price could be in the region of 45, 50 million. That is what I think. Yeah, 45, 50 million. Tottenham are heavily linked. They're interested. He has, come January, he'll have 2 years left on his contract. And I think they can be willing to listen to offers. I don't know why. I don't know why I believe he can move in January, but depending on his contract, looking at his contract situation, I see him as a player that can move in January. I see him as a player that can, be sold in the January transfer window. If at all, Arsenal is serious. If you're serious about him, you can, we can sign him up. Yeah, we can sign him up. But Sabitzer is a baller. Sabitzer is a wonderful player. I really love him. I rate him so highly, just like you guys. I know many of you. If you know him, you know what he can do, and you really must be rating him, very, very highly. The other player we've been linked with throughout the week has been Fabio Vieira. I don't rate this guy. I've not seen much about him. I don't want to start saying I don't rate him. I've not seen much about him, so I cannot say I rate him, and I cannot say I really don't rate him. So Fabio Vieira, plays down in Portugal with FC Porto. He's one of those players that you think could be a cheaper deal to do. 20 million, 19 million, that is it. He has not had a long spell of success, at the footballing scene, not in Portugal, not anywhere. So less is known about him, but I've seen his clips. But we don't need to sign players off YouTube clips because they are just joined. But he's the other player that has been linked with Arsenal. Then Vinicius Junior, Real Madrid, a winger kind of player, has also been linked with us for a move, which I think would be a good one still, but we have a couple of wingers at the club right now. I mean, unless you're going to get rid of some, I don't see any need for Arsenal to get in a winger. Yeah, I don't see any need for us to bring in a winger. Madrid are willing to let him go on a loan deal in January. I don't see it as a serious story still. There are two serious stories that I'll consider on this stream. One is the Emiliano Buendia story, and the other is the Julian Brandt story. And don't worry, the Julian Brandt story, I'll give it more coverage. Yeah, I'll give it more coverage. So let me just answer to this. Arsenal is getting relegated, bro. Sorry, I think you are misinformed. Yeah, sorry, I think you're misinformed. We are not getting relegated. We are not getting relegated. So Emi Buendia and Julian Brandt, those are the stories we should just focus on on this stream. Buendia has been linked with Arsenal. Now it's going to 6 months or 5 months. And I think he has been really doing well at a good job at Norwich. He did a very good job last season in the Premier League proven. He was among the top 6, top 7, chance creators in the Premier League last season, behind De Bruyne and Trent Alexander-Arnold of Liverpool, with a couple of other players, though. So I think if Arsenal brought in Emi Buendia, you just need a box-to-box player who can do it so well. Because where Emile Smith-Rowe plays, we need a quality player in there. And I don't think it is Emile Smith-Rowe, yeah? Sorry for that. I think he's a good player. I rate him a lot. I like him as a player, but I don't see him as a player ready to take Arsenal on his shoulders. The burden is still too big, especially at a time when we need almost a run for 10 games. Yeah. So we need to bring in a player like Emi Buendia. I rate him highly. But I also rate Julian Brandt highly. Yeah. I also rate him highly. I love him. He's a good player, nice guy. But I don't see him as a player that can change Arsenal. If they were saying that we are bringing in Toganaza, I would agree. I see him as a bowler. I see that element of a person who can change Arsenal at the moment. But Julian Brandt, no. Yeah. More like of a winger. Of course, he can play in that number 10 role. He can grab some goals, but I've never been really impressed by him. I've never seen him as a top class player. When he was at Leverkusen with the Hakan Çalhanoğlu and the others, he was a young kid that was on fire. Goes to Dortmund, he faces competition, and I think he has earned his way in that starting lineup. No disrespect for him. He's a nice player, but do I really rate him that much? Not to an extent where I think he would change Arsenal's fate. Not actually. So those are the transfer stories that we have been linked with throughout the week. There we go. Garcia to Arsenal, fake bro. He is going to Barca. It's been done. Vinaldum to Arsenal. I had. Look, let me tell you, Binu. Vinaldum to Arsenal is a fake story. Garcia to Arsenal is a live story. Yeah? I'm telling you, it's facts. Look, there is no way Liverpool are going to give you Gigi Vinaldum. These are things we've been talking about all the time. Yeah? There is no way Liverpool are going to give you Gigi Vinaldum. No way. Because for them, they know, for them, they know what it means to win a title. They know what kind of player can make a team a title contender. Yeah? Gigi Vinaldum, you think Liverpool are crazy to give you Gigi Vinaldum? It can't happen. Unless they're mad, unless they're crazy. They're not giving us Gigi Vinaldum. But the Garcia story, that one is still possible. Very, very possible. Very lively. Yeah. Live and direct. Big up Terry Kirunda. Big up my brother. Big up my boy. Big up, brother. Hey, Kosi. Big up Binu. How are you doing? Terry says, I'm so happy we won yesterday. Yeah, we finally won a game. I mean, it's been one of those very rough runs. Yeah, very, very rough runs. We can't win a game. Every time we try to win a game, it's impossible. Yeah, but who says no? We beat Chelsea 3-1. We almost gave away that win, but it's still our win. Yeah. Big up Terry. Big up. Says, hey Kosi, I want to join. That is HJ. Okay, bro. Let me try to prepare for you. Hello, bro. I'm live from Dubai. Big up my man Patrick Chizito from Dubai. Much love from Dubai. What a win we got. Yeah. I mean, I think it's the biggest story this week. Biggest story as we wrap up the week. Of course, I do wrap up the week on on Sunday. Every Sunday we wrap up the week. It's a big win. It was a big win, but the meaning of that win only comes up if we can capitalize on it to win more games. Yeah. If we can capitalize on it, win more games, get more results, we are good to go. If we can't, we are not good to go. So it was a good win, but it will only make sense if we beat Brighton, West Brom, and other clubs that are coming on, and Newcastle. Yeah. Win 4 in a row. Please do. Win 4 in a row. That's all we are asking. 4 games in a row, 12 points, plus the 14 we had before. Where does it take us? Around 20 what points? We are back again. We are back. That's what we want, please. Patrick says, Patrick, I love you, Kosi. Big up, Patrick. I love you, my guys. I really love you so much. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the support. I really love it. And make sure you subscribe, guys, because $100 is on the way. When we reach 20K, the day we smack 20K, I'm going to be live and I'll announce the winner. Yeah. As long as you comment on the streams, as long as you comment on those videos and you smash the like button and you've subscribed, you are a potential winner. Yeah. So let us stop this business of coming to the streams and we go away without winning. Yeah, I'm going to start 20K we win, 30K we win, 40K we win until where we will end. Big up Nathan, relentless Guna, big up man. Me, I trust Arteta will convince him to stay. He won't go to Liverpool. This is Martin. I mean, he has a reputation. He has a legacy in there. He has convinced Arteta. He has convinced Aubameyang to stay. He convinced Xhaka to stay. He convinced Bellerin to stay. So he has a reputation in convincing players to stay at his side. So you do not disagree. I cannot disagree. Yeah, I really cannot disagree. I think, trusting him to do the negotiation with players, he's been doing it so well. Yeah, he's been doing so well. I do not disagree, brother. Big up courses. Arsenal should not hurry to take a decision at the moment. This is okay. Then he says on Mikel Arteta. Look, I'm Mikel Arteta out. I hope you guys know that because you always watch my content and you know what I think and I express my views and I talk to you guys and you talk to me. So I know what you think and you know what I think. I'm Mikel Arteta out. I'm Arteta out. But I agree with you probably. Maybe we should give them, we should give some time like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did, was given time. But is he that kind of manager? For me, I think that is going to turn around things and he can turn around things, but is he going to be the world-class manager Arsenal need? No, I don't see him that. Is he an English Premier League winning manager? No. Is he a Champions League winning manager? No. He can make us qualify, but we cannot win it. So he's a mediocre manager, and he's going to keep us as a mediocre club, forever. What players do you expect to join us? No, this is Dennis. I think we shall focus on Buendia since we cannot get Aouar. We shall focus on Buendia, but I'm very, very, very certain we shall fight to get Isco. I think those are the players I expect. 2 players like this. Because Dennis, I don't expect a lot of transfer deals to be done between Arsenal and January and foreign clubs. I don't expect a lot of, and I don't expect big money deals like Grealish. No, I don't expect that. Yeah, I really don't expect that. But hopefully we can get in some good signings. That is all I asked for. Kosi, hi. Remember Gnabry, Alex Song, Iwobi? Why are they leaving the players like that? Bro, what kind of team is Arsenal? I'm about to miss some games. This is Yusuf. Please don't miss the games. Watch them so that we can actually come here and analyze the problem at Arsenal. But I do agree with you. We have left a couple of players to go. In the past, the club had lied to us that we are letting these players go because of the fact that we have to raise money and repay the debt of the Emirates Stadium construction, those things. And then when we come to the Emirates Stadium, we were going to compete with Bayern and so on, but all those were lies. It's pretty clear they were lies. Bro, can you line up what? Can you line up what's meant be Arsenal lineup in January? Okay, what I think Arsenal's lineup will be in January. Yeah, I still think Bellerin will be in the right back. Leno will be in goal. Cantiani in left back. Robolding and Gabriel Magalhaes, I expect them to be at the center as the center halves. In their midfield, Thomas Partey will have returned in January, so I expect him to return with one new player who could be Isco, yeah, in that pivot. Then in front of them could be Emi Buendia. That's what I think, and that's what I think. Could be Emi Buendia to the left, Martinelli to the right, Saka and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang leading them. If we do not get a number 10, I think Willian or Pepe will be playing in the number 10 role. So I don't expect a lot of work to be done in January. I really don't expect. Arsenal is getting relegated, bro. I replied to that. Look, Arsenal, we have already said this, that we are in a relegation fight, and I know we are in it. Yeah, I cannot get carried away because of that win. We are in that relegation fight, but Arsenal is a big club again. Look, we are giants. We are giants of England. We are the third team to win the most EPL, not EPL, but league titles. And everybody knows that. Yeah. We have won more league titles than any of your screwed clubs, apart from Manchester United and Liverpool. So someone has got to put some respect on our name. Relegation is, we will never get relegated. I'm telling you this. Let us just make it clear. Arsenal, please not. I'm not trying to threaten or anything like that, but Arsenal will never get relegated. Yeah, we will never get relegated. So anyone who thinks Arsenal is going to get relegated, it's a mistake, a big one that you're making. You need to revise it. Yeah, I've already said it when I'm angry that we are in a relegation fight. How can we be in a relegation fight? We are damn Arsenal. We are damn Arsenal. We need to pull up our stockings. We need to work on things. But that doesn't mean we are going to get relegated. Thank you so much though for the comment. Big up is, what's that name? Prasanna, yeah? Yeah, Prasanna. Who is leaving in January for the new intake? Big question. Because we have to let some players go as we prepare. Now, most of the players we have are going to come in, but those players that have to leave, it's going to be in the summer. Skodran Mustafi should be on his way out, but is there a club that's going to take him? I don't think so. Socrates should be on his way out. Is there any club that's going to take him? I don't think so. Ozil is waiting for the summer. So most of the players are waiting for the summer. So probably we are going to restructure this team in the summer. Right now, we are doing what we call survival moves. Yeah, survival moves. So we might add 2 players to the squad and no one leaves. Or Balogun leaves. Yeah. Or Ainsley leaves for Atletico Madrid probably. But I don't see much of work being done in terms of letting Arsenal letting players go in January. I don't think it's going to be a lot of work. Bro, Arsenal is getting relegated. I feel so bad for our club. We are not going to get relegated. Don't worry. By the way, when you wrote that, at first I thought you were not an Arsenal fan. But when you write this, now I understand. But I understand your pain, where it's coming from. But let us try to be a little bit more optimistic, at least above, the hopes of getting relegated. I think Liverpool should sell Wijnaldum and Keita to buy Koulibaly and Bissouma. Yeah, I mean, I think Keita can leave, but there's no way they should leave. They can't let Wijnaldum go. Wijnaldum is one of the pillars that hold Liverpool together. Wijnaldum Miller. Is it called Milner? Not Miller. Milner and Henderson. You might see them as players that do not contribute so much to the club, but they are the glue. Yeah, they are the glue to Liverpool. So it's not going to be an easy decision for Liverpool to let Virgil Wijnaldum go. They signed Thiago in the summer, and they said they will not let him go, although Barcelona was interested. Why do you think so? He means a lot to them. He really means a lot to them. A lot to them. Yeah. And I think he's one of their best players over the last 3 years. He's one of their best players. Ever since, Jurgen Klopp signed him, he's been a hell of a player. Yeah. I don't care whether, many people do not recognize his work at Liverpool. I think he's been a hell of a player, and the importance he has at Liverpool will keep him there for some time. But I agree, they need a defender, but not Kalidou Koulibaly. I don't rate Kalidou Koulibaly that much. Yeah. He's very expensive, and I do not agree that Koulibaly, should be at Liverpool. Anyway, it depends on how long Virgil van Dijk is out, because Liverpool inside, they're saying he could actually come back. So it will depend. Arsenal should stop. Arsenal should stop going for these kind of players. Yeah, the Pablo Vieiras, those kind of players, the Granit Xhakas, the Mohamed El Nenis. Yeah, I agree with you. Big up, Emmanuel. It's time for us to stop going for those players. The Eric Garcias, I don't rate him as a player. I just don't rate him. I don't know why. Hi, bro. Well done. Big up, Karim. Well done. Thank you so much. I was very happy last night, at least to see Arteta happy for once in last week's. This is Kelly. By the way, one of the things I've seen is Arteta has a big share of support in the Arsenal fan base, and thank you guys for supporting him, because if you are not supporting him, and Arteta out, he has no clue. This is Nathan. Look, for me, I'm just tired of that. I believe Mikel Arteta is not that kind of manager that's going to fulfill my ambitions. Yeah. He can't keep us in a title race for as long as we won, because we are the big Arsenal. But because fans, some fans want him, I've just stopped attacking him. Let me just do the transfer news now. I think we should start to go for very good players. I mean, top class. We need players teams want. Yeah, it's true. It's true. We need to do such deals. You stop going for players like Willian, who is an outcast at Chelsea. They don't want him anymore. They let they let him go, and for us, we are taking him in. Yeah. Why can't we go for players where there is competition? Try to compete with Liverpool for Thiago. Beat Liverpool to Thiago Alcantara. Why don't we go for the kind of players like Jota? Big questions, big questions that have to be answered there. Big up everybody in the chat. Arteta in. Disagree with you thinking. Arteta out. How do you get up there? There is no magic. Arteta is growing with the team in a very way, and will also grow with them in lifting up trophies. This is part 247M. Is that 247 million? I'm not really sure, but big up. Thank you so much for the comment. Big up there. Of course, I took that from Kelly, who was saying that I was very happy last night when Mikel Arteta was happy. Yeah, so guys, that is the transfer update. That is what has actually been, happening around our club. Nothing much, nothing much. Just Sunday review. Yeah, Sunday review. Just talking about what the club is looking at. What we are looking at. What actually is, happening at this club. And I'm telling you this, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Massively appreciated there. There is a prize I'm giving away, $100 when we hit 20K subscribers. Right now we are on 17,342 subscribers. So we are moving very close to 20K, and I want to give back to you guys. So make sure you do subscribe. I'll come back with an evening stream. Yeah, so smash the like button, please. Do smash the like button. I'll come back with an evening stream where I'll talk about much of Arsenal's content. Yeah, it'll be a stream. It won't be an upload. It'll be a stream at exactly 9 p.m. So it is 7. I want to sign out, get some rest, that by 9 I am ready to come back.